You must get on with our Porsche story. If you weren't watching earlier, each of us was given £1,500 and told to go off and buy a Porsche. We were then told to drive them to Brighton.
And then when we got there, we were told we had to spend the change from our 1,500 quid on doing the cars up. Well, that was going to be a bit of a problem for Jeremy, because he'd blown all 1,500 quid on his rubbish 928, and it had arrived in Brighton on the back of a low loader, which meant he was going to have to get it going first and then do it up on a budget of, well, nothing. Tall order. Well, there are three shapes there, so presumably Jeremy's car made it. But let's start by seeing what changes James has made.
It looks exactly the same.
Is this putty?
No, it's bathroom ceiling.
Look at the car having it. It's a
Money. Okay, so the interior was a home-based bodge job, but my secret weapon was the gleaming condition of my engine bay.
How did you clean it?
With a man.
He's just spent his money on a man. You think that the Porsche judge man coming down is just going to be interested in concourse, aren't you?
Yeah, I'd forgotten it was a Porsche judge.
He'll be down the old Pringle.
I've been thinking ahead here.
Right. You haven't done that.
In fact, Hammond had given his 924 sporting credentials it didn't deserve.
Look at that!
I did those, well, with a bit of help from an art college friend. See, they're the golf racing colours.
I've just seen the gear knob.
Yes, that's quite a nice addition. I like that. Can I just explain? I spent my money in the pursuit of performance. So it's been lowered, it's on new springs, new suspension, it's on lower profile tyres. It's a track car.
James!
Well,
No! Found it! You put a turbo on it!
it's not actually, no.
Is this the turbo?
No, that's the turbo.
Is this
None of
the
those are the turbos.
Well done.
Good job you fitted the air intake. Right, let's see what Jeremy has achieved with no money.
Blackboard paint.
Jeremy, you clogs. You're supposed to put the underseal on the bottom of the car.
You know that old Capri, the black bonnet?
That's what I was going to.
I thought I'd copy it.
Right.
Only I went over a bit, so I just kept going.
Whereas this looks much better, obviously.
How many cylinders has it got these days?
6 3/4.
I'm less worried having seen yours.
But laughing at each other was not a scientific measure. Our efforts had to be judged by the chairman of the judges of the famously fastidious Porsche Owners Club of Great Britain.
Good morning, gentlemen. May, M-A-Y.
M-A-I. And the registration, please, Mr. May.
Don't know.
Could you open the tailgate for me? Is it possible?
Well, I'll go. Don't break it. The original door pull was missing from the car, and it's a very, very difficult component to get hold of these days, so I substituted the kitchen unit drop handle. And that, as you can see from the shape of the rear windscreen wiper.
It's just that it all looks like Tipex to me, and...
Yeah, I think that's because it is Tipex.
Oh, really?
And now for the big moment.
Come and see this, gentlemen.
James's sparkling engine bay.
All original fittings, all original, simply cleaned and polished. No fancy tricks, just elbow grease.
That's what we like to see.
I'm a bit worried about the originality of the colour.
No, it's not an original colour. Have you ever seen a Blackbird, the SL71?
Yes, yep. There you go.
So not original, better.
Could you repeat?
Can you just flip the bonnet up for us? Thanks. There you go.
Excuse me.
That's yeah.
That's rather bold.
I think bling.
Really can't give you any points on seats.
But you can't knock many off, because there's nothing wrong with them if they're not there.
True. Original stickers.
Stickers on.
Yes, they are. Are they?
1 point by those then.
Right. Probably the most valuable bit
Yes.
of the car. That's not real, obviously.
What does it do?
Nothing.
While the judges retired to do their scoring, we dived into the next challenge.
All your cars have a sporting pedigree. Each Porsche must set a lap time in the hands of the stig. You will gain a point for every second under 1 minute 35, lose a point for every second over.
There you started. Bit of black smoke. Look at all the snow that is just mist on a lovely, lovely morning. There's a little bit of mist. Look at that!
It's gassing everything down there.
Stop it. Look, it's not stopping. It's going round the corner, James. It's like braking as well. It's just easy. More than that. What was the time? 1:45. What a machine. What a machine.
What a stink.
Let's see what yours can do then. Those second-hand tyres are really holding great.
That's already several seconds ahead.
I wonder if James's grout will hold as he hits.
That's a very good call-out.
The smoke there, James. Yeah, well, it was light. Like you only had 2 cylinders left, so it was going to be a bit lighter.
So it did it.
1.3.
1:43, that's faster than Jim.
It was only 2 seconds.
This is kind of everything for me.
It is. You need this to work.
The wheels are smaller because I put it on lower profile tyres, so effectively the
Yeah, you get better acceleration.
Exactly, better acceleration.
It was making a bit of a grinding noise as it set
Well,
off.
now there is a wheel bearing issue, and I had a choice: replace the wheel bearing or do the suspension. So the wheel may come off.
The wheel may come off and kill the stick.
It looks good. So we do
All of that effort,
Yes.
all of those low-profile tyres,
Yes.
slower than his.
If I'd left it standard, it would have been a lot slower than a 944.
James's gloating was short-lived, though. Look at what had happened to his shiny engine bay.
It's not funny.
Look at that!
It's all he had was a clean engine.
Have you finished?
Yeah, that'll do.
Get your hand off my bonnet.
The next challenge is called 11s. Each driver must use his Porsche to see who can create the longest number 11 skid mark on the track.
This should be a well-oiled attempt, this.
There's no shortage of oil under the bonnet. Right, let's see what he does.
Okay, James.
I've never seen him do anything that hilarious.
That is 31 feet. Let's tell him that. Yeah, he did about 4 inches, mate. Well done.
Give up.
Oh, it's 4 inches.
That's quite good.
Yeah, no, that was me the other day in Bentley. Amazing.
Right, give it in.
It is 35 feet. He's beaten you.
It can do something.
However, my V6 3/4 is coming now. To be honest, to be brutally honest, my car and its V6 3/4 engine and an automatic gearbox can't do smoking starts. So I'll have to be ingenious.
The life remaining in that car can now be calculated yards.
Yeah. Right, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. It's just driven away.
Let's give him an inch.
Okay, it's an inch.
That one.
Guys,
That's an inch.
Yeah.
wasn't my best start.
Yeah, you got a good result.
I've had a great idea. Stand back.
Imagine what he was like as a child.
If you were from the region of China just near Tibet, northeast,
Sky.
you'd look and you go, oh, someone like our oven.
This is all just rubbish. That's not an 11, is it?
39, 40, 41, 42 yards.
The judges would have to decide on Jeremy's Asian number 11. But in the meantime, we had our final challenge to think about.
We hope you enjoyed owning your Porsches. Each of you must now sell your cars. And points will be awarded for the money you make over the £1,500 you originally spent. That's not in good shape. Yours isn't in good shape.
Mine's got my name on it.
We're better off.
I got my name on it. I'm about to find a short bloke called Richard Hammond who wants a car with no carpet. Who's going to buy it from me? Nobody. The scores, here we go. So after all, after the 11s and his Tibetan squiggle was disqualified, no points there. This is where we stand with the scores. James and I separated by just 2 points on 27 and 29. Then there is a bit of a gap. He's struggling, minus 122.
Everything to play for here. And really, it kind of depends on how much we got when we sold the car. So, James, how much did you sell your 944 for?
£1,400.
Well,
£100, so that's 100 points off there. So that puts you on minus 73.
Minus 73, so what about you?
I haven't sold it.
Haven't or couldn't?
Bit of both, I suspect.
Nobody would buy it from you, so?
Well, the point is, I think I'm about to lose 1,500. So that's not good.
Oh, I'm swelling.
1,500. So that's
This is a great moment.
1,471. I think that means I'm probably out of it.
Well, no.
The only consolation is you're
Ready?
second.
I sold mine for £1,800.
Nobody bought that heap of junk. I'm sorry, I don't believe
I'm
it.
the winner thanks to my genius. Because I realised I couldn't actually sell the car as a car, because technically it sort of wasn't anymore, so I sold it in bits.
What?
I sold it as spares. I got £1,200 for like the wings and the doors, and I was a bit short, so what I did, well, you're not going to believe it. Okay, are you ready for this? Ready?
Yes.
And I've sold these already. They're pre-sold. 600 quid.
Look! Turned your car into a living room.
Yes. My ruined engine is now a coffee table. The seats, which are nice and kitsch, I've mounted. I've turned them kind of into chairs, and I've left the electric motors in there, so I can slide backwards and forwards. Took them down the market. Bloke gave me 600 quid for the lot.
I am gutted.
There you are. And so, on that bombshell of me coming up from behind, we have to end. Good night.
Tonight at 9, a new chapter starts with Illegal Eagles. Be here for the start of brand new Suits Series 3, only on Dave. Next though, Mega Truckers.